a kind of a stairway to heaven model. And it sort of says the more conservative organization is going to be more interested in doing actions at the bottom of the stairway, and the more progressive or visionary organization is going to want to be more interested at the top, and pragmatic people are going to be spending maybe more toward the middle. So here's how it goes. I think the minimum thing is, it's just crazy not to be in the cloud, which is weird because about 7 years ago you would have said, it's just crazy to be in the cloud, right? But the truth is, the single source of the truth model, the ability to have multi-tenant hosted things, so that we can update, one update gets to everyone in immediately, as opposed to this horrible release model that really kind of strangled our. I hope they're not bombing us back there, but this notion of single source of the truth, all digital, available 24/7, so we don't have to run a report. Get your own report, right? It's right here. Get your own report, right? Okay. So there's a lot to do there that I think that makes sense. Mobile is, I think, that's the thing, the BYOD, the bring your own device model, the notion of how transformative the iPad is in terms of registering situations and information and communication. The fact that the Los Angeles school district just went out and bought 70,000 of them to give to school children, only to have them hack them within 5 hours. It was a pretty simple hack, actually. But the point was, why did they do that? Because you know, you see little, like 15-month-old girls on the internet doing this, you know, and it's like, whoa. Okay, so it's obviously very cool. So if a 15-month-old could do it, maybe your CEO could do it too, you know? I mean, it's possible. It's possible, right? So you know, we could do this. We could do it. So, okay, so that feels pretty good. Okay, yeah. Social is, I think, a little more advanced. It kind of depends on the culture of your company. It also depends on what kind of business you're in. But if you're in a consulting business, you're in the social business. I mean, basically, everything you do is inherently social because it's collaborative with your client. If you're in a creative industry, you're hyper-social because there's many interacting agencies and creative teams that pull together to make a product launch or an ad campaign or a movie or a show or a piece of media or whatever it is. If you're in financial services at the high end and you're involved with an IPO or you're involved with, you know, exotic derivatives or any of that stuff, again, it's becoming more social, much more social. So real-time feeds to keep people in touch with things, anything where you have account management. The social and sales are going, that's probably where it happens first. I don't think it's an accident that Salesforce.com has been the first SaaS company and now one of the first social companies. It's because it's inherent in the sales motion to be social. So again, but again, think about your core. Is it our core? Is social important to our core? Is mobile important to our core? And then we get to analytics, and as I've said, analytics has been with us for a long time, and the original analytics we still use, and they would be on these iPad dashboards. But frankly, the analytics we had from the 20th century, the challenges with them were, A, they were all history, B, if you have any scale, you had to put your data into a data warehouse. That was just like the myth of Sisyphus, just trying to push a rock uphill. And the problem with it is as soon as you get it there, it's out of date, and nobody trusts it, and it's a single source of falsehood. And so it's not a good place to be. But if you can make analytics more real time, then all of a sudden, and therefore you don't put them in a data warehouse, and there is an inherent ambiguity in the data. We're not trying to pretend it's a single source of the truth. It's an evolving picture. All of a sudden, analytics are creating an opportunity to perform at scale in a global economy. That's pretty darn interesting. So companies like Intact and the rest of the industry, we're investing a ton against these four things.